Fun fact, a lot of the rich people in America, as you saw with the cash rate skyrocketing in 2020, something's coming. And the rich people in America know something's coming. And I'm really worried about that, because what they've been doing is they've actually been buying up tons of land, tons of gold, tons of other forms of storing value like Bitcoin, which they believe works, and also jewelry and art, because art supposedly retains value. That's very interesting. It's very, very interesting, and it'll be very interesting to see how, I've said interesting too many times, it'll be very fascinating to see how things progress with that in America, with the debt crisis they're going to have. I mean, 400% increase, 450% increase in their cash rate is very troubling. I don't trust Bill Gates. I don't trust the guy. He's a little bit crazy, and he's called a lot of this stuff almost like he had a plan for it. The synthetic meat thing is weird. I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. I think we can stick to regular meat, Bill Gates. I think we'll be good. But yeah, Phil, my pleasure, mate. My pleasure to answer your question. I enjoy these questions. Question from David. Hi, Joel. I noticed in a post above that someone said you had parted ways with Ricardo. Is this the case? Yep. I've just answered that before for Tegan, so check that out. He also went on to say, what do you see in the future regarding to the USA under Biden militarily? He says, I don't see good things. I see a return to a chaotic Middle East with endless wars. I see a lot of saber rattling at North Korea again. I see Biden just caving to the CCP, and I doubt he would lift a finger should China invade Taiwan. I see the USA's C being fatally compromised by an empty state to the point he would let the tanks roll into DC if he was told so. I'd like to hear both of your thoughts on this, as this will affect Australia sooner or later. Cheers, guys. Yeah, look, as I said, I answered the thing before about Ricardo. It'd be great to hear his question on this, because he's really good on foreign policy and the military stuff. I agree, man. I agree, David. It's not good. It's not good at all. Biden's militarily, I don't think Biden has the stones to face off with China if they try to invade Taiwan. And I mean that. I mean like a literal invasion, a sea invasion, where they deploy troops and they occupy the nation. Taiwan has no love for China right now. And to see what's going on there and what could happen potentially is very scary. If Drew Pavlova went over there, I just want him to get the hell out of there, because it's not a good place. And Drew Pavlova has been good at raising issues on that. Foreign policy on North Korea is not great. They're going to test Biden to get what they want. They haven't had a single nuclear firing test, missile test since I think Trump last met with Kim Jong-un. But yeah, look, I'm worried about the foreign policy guys. And you know, we talked about it this week. I talked about the bombing that happened in Syria on supposedly Iraqi forces, which ended up being crap. This is not good. This is not good at all. And you don't have to be a rocket surgeon to understand that it's not good. This is going to be a disaster for foreign policy, and it'll be just like Obama 2.0. So that's what we're looking at. The next question is from Bruce. Hi guys, I am in the Australian military, and we're seeing an increasing push from our so-called leaders to civilianize the military by the changing of how we do things. They want to call us coaches instead of instructors, and to have teams instead of sections and platoons. The lack of confidence in our leadership is at an all-time low, and so is our capability. I would like to hear you and Ricardo's thoughts on this. Obviously, we can't have Ricardo's thoughts on this for obvious reasons, but he has often made the point, the military, the core, the soul of the military is being eroded, and if you destroy that which makes an Australian soldier, then we might not be able to reconstruct the Australian military. In fact, in one of the more one of the best videos I've seen of Ricardo, he basically talks about if he were to become Prime Minister, what he'd do is he'd call up the big Don, President Donald Trump, if he's in, and he'd basically say to him, I need you to send me a 4-star general over here to help revitalise the Australian military and train them up. And I thought that was great. And just to clean it up. And honestly, man, Bruce, it's disgusting what they've done to the Australian military. I don't like seeing it. I think it's ridiculous and it needs to be changed. Question from Steve. Hi, Joel. Do you have any updates on the mandating of COVID vacations? A petition was sent out early February, and I'm wondering when or if the government will respond. I'm not sure about this, Steve. I'm really not sure. I've seen some petitions. I don't think it's going to get enough traction quickly enough to stop anything. If you get enough, if you do the petition big enough, it can warrant a debate. But I mean, what's going to happen? They're going to debate it, probably throw it out. Most Australians will get this vaccine, like my words, by the end of the year. And we're going to be, it could be as high as 90%, man. Who knows? And we could be in a situation where basically we could be in a situation where it just doesn't matter, the petition. And it's sad because I believe in individual freedom. I don't like coercing people. If you have the best ideas, you should be convincing people, but that's not what we see happen. So I wish I had better news, Steve, but this is not a show to give you hope so much as it is to ground you in reality, as I've demonstrated this week.